Hey gang, it's Simon here with your daily video newsletter for Tuesday the 30th of April 2024. Starting off here with a chart of the Nasdaq, or the Qs, which is the ETF that tracks the Nasdaq. It's been under a little bit of pressure in recent weeks. We've seen a bit of a pullback. More recently though, we've seen a bit of a bounce. We certainly saw quite a bit of optimism late last week following Microsoft and Google earnings, with many hoping that maybe the worst was over for big tech earnings. So let's just take a quick look at those two. So we'll start off with Microsoft. They reported earnings after market Thursday last week. So this was Friday's price action. We had a nice gap up, but stock actually closed on its lows for the session. It was only up 1.8%, so neither here nor there. And you can see that this gap has since been filled. So, this trend is still looking mixed, but I would say more bearish than bullish. If we have a look at Google, this stock had a massive gap up post-earnings, which we'll see in a minute. You can see it here. The stock closed up 10%, huge gap higher. But Monday's trade was a little bit lackluster, down 3.4%. So it looks like it may not be sticking these gains, and maybe this gap is in danger of being filled. Now, the couple of stocks that really didn't look that great post-earnings, one was Netflix. And despite a revenue and earnings beat, the stock closed down 9% the day after earnings, and it's since just been consolidating kind of at these low levels. No real attempt has been made to fill that gap, and I suspect the next leg will be down rather than up for Netflix. If we look at Meta, this one was kind of the real shocker of the earnings season so far. Again, they delivered a revenue and earnings beat. And you can see the day after their result, stock was down at 10.5%. And again, it's not really made any attempt to even partially fill this gap. Tonight, we've got Amazon. Now, the trend in Amazon looks great. It's in a nice, strong uptrend. Potential warning sign here, though, is if you look at the last three earnings in a row, they've all resulted in nice gaps higher. So you might just find that there's a fair bit of optimism built into Amazon's earnings this time round as well. And if everybody's expecting good results, even if they deliver good results, guess what? The stock will probably fall. And then, of course, we've got Apple on Thursday. Apple here is in a fairly bearish trend. To be fair, I don't think anybody's that excited about Apple results. So maybe if they can come up with the goods, that stock may continue to bounce. A little bit like Tesla, whose earnings result really wasn't that impressive, but the stock is motoring along, as we'll see in a second. You can see Tesla yesterday, Monday, stock was up 15%. But unfortunately, Tesla is a much smaller market cap than the others. But just looking at the post-earnings reaction to most of these stocks' earnings leaves me thinking that Nasdaq here may be about to run out of optimism. And I think we could be preparing for the next leg lower. That's what I got for you. I hope it helps, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Thank you.